Welcome to my new YouTube channel called Van Venturer. I'm Dead Ted. I have another YouTube channel that's it's my riding channel. It's called Dead Ted Rides. Um, there's not really much on there, just a little bit of me riding around, riding quads, dirt bike. So I have for quite a long time, just like on and off, thought about the idea of like living in a van or just having a van in general, having like a couch or something in there with a TV and stuff like that. And I never really thought much of it. It was just like kind of a cool idea that was in my head. I thought it was cool. Until recently, I started doing some more research and looking at videos on YouTube, and it turns out that there's a lot of people that already do that. And so it's obviously something that you can actually do. Whether it's legal in places or not is a completely different story, but people do it. And I just never really thought that much into it. So the last like probably month or so, I've been like really getting into it and thinking about stuff and um, what kind of van I want, and I just all kinds of stuff like that. And I've come up with like a basic idea of how I want the van to be set up and stuff like that. And I kind of drew like a little like very basic plan. I don't know if you can even see what's on there or not. I'll show that something better later. But basic idea of how I want it set up. I obviously you gotta have a bed. I want some kind of kitchen type deal, and I want to have a fridge in there when I have the kitchen kind of thing in there. But I also want my bed to fold up into a couch because I like to use my computer a lot and draw stuff like that, or just watch TV. And for a really long time, I just had a bed in my room, and I would sit on the bed and lean back up against the wall. And after a while, your back just starts hurting and stuff. So I want to make sure that I've got some place that I can like comfortably sit instead of just lay in the van. Because I don't know if, as you can see, I've got two couches in my room now instead of a bed. One of them's a futon that folds down that I don't even use. I actually usually recently have been sleeping on the floor just because it started to hurt my back sleeping on the futon because it doesn't have enough cushion and stuff. But so in my van, I want the bed to be like a futon, but I don't want it to. I want it to be more comfortable than like a jackknife futon, where when you fold it down, I don't want to be able to tell that it's a futon. I want to lay on it and I want it to feel just like a regular bed when I lay down. But I also want to be able to fold it up into a couch. So I've thought a lot into the process of how I'm going to do that. I have a couple ideas, and but first things first, obviously, I need a van. So I've been looking around on Craigslist at some different vans, and narrowed it down to, well, I had it narrowed down to a couple, and one of them was a Dodge van. I want as long of a van as I can get, but one of them was a Dodge van, and I'll show you the vans. One of them was a Dodge, and one of them's a Ford, and so I'll show you guys that. Okay guys, so this was the van that I really wanted to get. It's nice and long. It looks pretty cool to me. Not because of the flames or anything. Just like I just think like the style of the van looks pretty cool. Um, but the only problem with it is it says that it has a transmission slip, and I just don't feel like dealing with transmission issues, which really sucks because it like the bed would have only had to come to like the wheel well, and then I would have had all that extra space for cabinets and storage and stuff like that. But I don't want to deal with any transmission issues. So sadly, the van that I'm hoping to go with is this Chevy van right here. Looks like it's got a little bit more rust than the other one. Actually, I didn't really see any rust in the other one, but that could have been because it was painted black. I don't really know. But the only real issue with this one that's not even that big of an issue is this half door right here does not open. All other 5 doors, the guy said, do open. I talked to him, and they all open and close. And so I'll flip through here and show you guys all the different pictures. Here's one from the back, and it does have a trailer hitch, which is very good because I want to get like a cargo trailer to haul my bike, and obviously it'll have more storage, but I want it to be like a enclosed trailer so that it'll kind of go with the whole cargo van look. It won't like, it'll be harder to tell that somebody's living in it, is what I'm going for, just like most people that live in vans. So it's got a little bit of rust along here as well, but other than that little bit of rust along the bottom right there, it looks like it's in pretty good condition. The interior right here looks pretty good. This little makeshift center console they've got there, I will definitely be redoing. It does look like there's a tear in the seat, but I've got seat covers that look like they'll fit these. Will they? Yeah, I've got seat covers for that style seat, so that's all good. It's not even that big of a deal anyway. Looks like there's some of the plastic paneling missing here, but as long as the door handle works, really doesn't matter that much to me. So that's the one that I'm looking at. This one's still pretty decently long. Not as long as the other one. As you can see, there is not enough room to put a bed that only has to go to the wheel well. The bed will probably come to a little after the wheel well-ish. So, but with my design that I've got, this, like I said, this door doesn't open, so I can have my countertop all the way in front of this door and it won't matter because that door doesn't open anyway, so I'll only be using this door. So that's the van that I'm going with. 177,000 miles. It's a full-size van. Obviously you can see all the stuff that it says right there. It's a 6-cylinder, so maybe get a little better gas mileage. I don't really know. Never been 100% sure on how all that works. 5.7 liter engine, which is kind of odd to me because my V8 pickup truck is a 5.4, but again, I don't know how all that works. So, 3,500, so it should be able to hold a decent amount of weight. This guy said that it can have 2 pallets of hardwood flooring without squatting, is what he said. But he does have a guy coming to look at the van today, so it might be sold. I'm hoping it's not, but it might be, and we might end up going with this van here if that other one is sold, and I'll just have to hope that the transmission lasts. So that's that. I apologize for that red flashing light. As you can see, this is the drawing that I made of how I kind of basically want it to be designed. This right here is an above view. This pen isn't really working. This is an above view of the van, how I'd want it to be. So this right here would be the back of the van. Here's the bed, obviously, side doors, and then there would be cabinets that go from the floor all the way up to the ceiling right here. Then over here, this would be also something that goes all the way up to the ceiling, but only right here. This part would be like counter height, and then this on the back behind the counter would be shelves that go all the way up to the ceiling. They'd probably only be a few inches deep, but it'd be for like just like little like cans of food or anything like that. So then over here we've got the left wall, which would be the wall that does not have the doors. It's the driver's side, obviously. It would be the left, if you're in the US anyway. So here's those cabinets. It'd be like pantry doors, basically. That's what I was trying to think of. Those cabinets, and it'd have all kinds of shelves in there. I don't know what, I haven't decided what will be in which spot yet. I'm just designing how I basically want it. And then here's the bed, and then under the bed there will be either cargo bins or drawers. What I'm thinking is that in the front of the bed right here, there will be small drawers that are only like a foot deep that you can pull out, and we can like keep clothes or something in there. And then if you go in from the back of the van over here, there will be like drawers that take up the rest of the space underneath the bed, so they'll be like really long, really deep drawers for storage for stuff that we like don't need every day. And so then over here we've got the right view. This is the doors of the van, and with that, if I get that red van that I was talking about, like I said, that one door doesn't open, so This could actually probably get extended a little bit longer since that door doesn't open. But so as you can see, here's the countertop, and then under the countertop I want to put my fridge. I haven't decided if I'm going to take my mini fridge that I've got already and put it in there, because I know that'll use a lot more power, but eventually I want to get a Dometic fridge. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but that's what a lot of the people on YouTube use in their vans, and it uses a lot less power and stuff like that, and it can be used on the 12-volt system, so that I don't have to have it plugged into an inverter. And then from the countertop up to the ceiling, there will be little shelves for, like I said, like canned food and stuff like that. And then here we've got the bed again. So that is my basic design for how I want the van to be set up. And then I've got some ideas of how I want to be able to turn the bed into a couch. One of the things I'm thinking is be able to push on this part of the bed and push it back, and as I push it back, I want the back half of it to start folding upwards into like a couch. I have not exactly figured. The only idea of how to do that I've thought of so far is, no, that wouldn't even work. I don't really know. I haven't decided exactly how, or figured out, not really decided, figured out exactly how I would do that, but that's the idea that I would really like to do. But the other way would to be just like a regular futon, where you just lift up, you can grab onto the back of it right here and pull it forward, and then it's got legs that come out from under it as supports to keep it held up. So that's what I've got so far. If anybody watches this and has any ideas of anything else that I should do, what I want to do on the roof is I want to I've looked at a lot of cargo racks and stuff that go on top of vans, and I haven't really found one that looks like the kind of thing that I'm wanting, and they're also all like really expensive. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna make one, and I want it to be pretty much the length of the van and as wide as possible on top of the van, without like sticking out crazy lengths off the side of the van. But I want to be able to put solar panels on that rack, but I don't want you to be able to see that there's solar panels on the rack. So I've got on Amazon, I found the solar panels that I'm going to get, and it's like a kit where it like comes with the solar charger, I think is what it's called. Might be called something else, I'm not 100% sure. But then I also found some deep cycle batteries that I want to get. I'm going to start out by just getting one battery and 2 solar panels, but I hope to eventually have 4 solar panels and at least 2 batteries, if not more, because I like technology. I use a lot of electricity and stuff. Like my laptop, I mean, well, currently I don't use it a lot because it's broken, so I need to get a new one. But I like that. I like TV, stuff like that. So I want to be able to have enough power to make it so I can use my stuff. And then also my girlfriend will be with me, so she'll want to be able to use her laptop, and we'll want to be able to use it, charge our phones and watch TV. Well, yeah. I usually just use Netflix anyway, so I don't need like a satellite TV or anything like that. But it is possible. I have seen some videos of people having satellite TV in their van, and it's pretty cool, but not worth it to me to pay the like 50 whatever, might even be more than that, bucks a month just for that, because the whole idea of this is that I don't have to pay rent and stuff like that. So that's what I've got so far. If you've got any suggestions of anything that I should do, let me know. And thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.